Blog Talk Radio.
Lemonade on a summer day, what you say? Is it awesome, right? Is it awesome, right? Tattooed arms flip the radio, oh we go. Is it awesome, right? Is it awesome, right? Drop down, roof 5, singing all Lennon on my mind, mind.
What's going on? You have tuned in to another episode of On the Move Unscripted. And today is our This Can't Be Love series. So if you've been following me, you know that last week we did MBJ Live, Marvin Baldwin Jr., who played in the movie This Can't Be Love. And the goal is to basically showcase the different actors and actresses and people who played in the movie. I tell this story all the time. It took a total of 10 years to put the movie out. It took about 7 years to film it. And, you know, a lot of love went into it. And the growth of the different characters in the movie, especially the children, over time, that was a natural thing because of how long it took. So I'm excited because tonight I have two guests. I get two for the price of one, y'all. So basically, when my next two guests come on, they were babies when we shot this movie. I met their mother and father at church, Divine Faith. I believe it was Divine Faith Ministries in Atlanta, Georgia. And at that time, I was promoting, getting ready to do the film, and they signed up. You know, the mother signed up, and so that's how we met. And they were little then. They were little babies. So I'm so excited to interview them now because they are now, I believe, 14 and 11, about to be 12. So let me formally introduce my two beautiful guests, Sarah and Sophia. Sarah and Sophia, are y'all on there? Sarah, Sophia Hughes, are y'all on there?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, for those of you, let me go. Can I see? I'm on my phone, so I cannot see your live, but I'll be able to see it after the show. So make sure you share it with me, or when I go on break, maybe I can share it on my thing because I'm using my phone. This is a phone interview, y'all. We're unscripted. Everybody already knows. So I'm so excited to be able to talk to you two young ladies. When y'all were babies, y'all were just so, it was like it was a natural gift. Like I could see it instantly. And then so to hear all the things that you're doing now, it's just so exciting. I don't want to group you both together because I want each one of you to have your own individual interview because you're two individuals. So I don't know who wants to go first, Sarah or Sophia. Who wants to be interviewed first?
I'll go first.
Who wants to go first?
Sarah will go.
Sarah will go first? Okay, Sarah. So, Sarah. So, Sarah, you're, 11 now?
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Do you even remember? So, you were about 2. You're about 2 or somewhere around there. So, you wouldn't remember even being in the movie, probably. You probably don't even remember it, huh?
I remember some of the movie, yes, but I can't remember that much. I was only 2.
Okay. So, Sarah, I'm going to give you the floor. Okay. So you tell them you want to just tell them about yourself, or you want me to ask you specific questions? How do you want to do it?
You can ask specific questions.
Okay. So, what school do you go to?
I go to Cass College School of the Arts.
Okay, so you're in, and where do you live?
I'm a dance and acting major.
Yeah, what city do you live in? What city and state? You're in Maryland. You're somewhere in Maryland, right?
No, Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, Delaware. Okay. So you're in Delaware, and you go to Cab Calloway School of the Arts. Okay. So what do you specialize? Do you specialize in anything?
Dance and theater.
So you love dance and theater. What do you love most about theater? What do you love most about it? What part do you enjoy the most?
My favorite part about theater is that you can turn into so many different characters and see how different it is from yourself into the character that you can turn yourself into. And you can be emotional or you can be physical, but it's like theater is one of the things that I love the most because you can be a different person without not being yourself.
Right. So you already had those skills when you were young. I remember when you may not remember, but I remember when there was a certain scene when you were supposed to act scared. I remember you just automatically put your hands up to your eyes, like you knew exactly what to do. Like it's probably something that's natural. Like this is probably a natural road for you. I mean, because you were already understanding the different things at such a young age. That is awesome. So what is your favorite, so you do a lot of plays. What was your favorite one? What's your favorite part? What's your favorite story? What play and also what character did you love the best in any play? It doesn't matter what the name of the play was. Which play did you enjoy the character most? Huh?
That I enjoyed the most was The Jungle Book because I was Mowgli and they had this jungle gym and I got to move around all the time on that jungle gym. It was so fun.
Okay. So are you into ballet or anything like that?
I do ballet, I do modern, contemporary, hip hop, and I used to do tap.
Okay. And you said, and what character did you enjoy playing the most in the Jungle Book?
Mowgli.
Okay. Because of the dancing and stuff. Okay. Oh, wow. So what is your dream thing to do with your schooling? Like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a dancer, but like after a couple years of dancing, I want to do acting and singing too.
Okay, so you want to be an actress. Do you think, what kind of acting do you think you want to do? Comedy or drama or musical type things? Like, what kind of acting do you think you would enjoy the most?
Probably drama and comedy.
Drama and comedy. You like to make people laugh?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, all right, so you're Callaway, Cab Callaway School of the Arts. I'm thinking that's a very popular school. I feel like somebody else that I've interviewed also went to that school like some years ago. I think they've had a lot of celebrities and people who work in the entertainment industry come out of that school. So, other than dance, what's your favorite topic in school?
I like math, but I also like science.
You like math and science. Okay. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to come back to you, Sarah. Well, we're going to slide on over to Sophia, and we're going to give Sophia the same opportunity to just kind of like have the spotlight to herself for a minute. So, Sophia.
Hello.
You go. What's going on, Sophia? Now, Sophia, you were a little bit older, so you might remember a little bit more than Sarah as far as when you were actually in the movie. Do you remember?
I remember a little bit about when we were shooting the movie, and the experience of parents was great. It was like all the actors were really good, and it was just fun because not only did we have a professional relationship, we also have a personal one outside of the work and set area.
You said hold on. Let me put this phone closer to my ear. Now, say that last part again. You said you enjoyed it because of what reason?
Because we had not only professional relationships, but also relationships outside of the set.
Yes, that we were one. I tell people all this. So, out of the mouths of babes. So, I tell people that all the time. Like, when we were shooting that movie, it's like we were all a big family. And it was very, 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 very close-knit actors and actresses and relationships. And I don't know if did you ever come to one of the filmings when we were cooking food, serving food? I don't know if you remember. We used to bring food to the set. You may or may not have been in that scene, but yeah, all these years, me and your mother and your father have still remained friends, and I've been following you and Sarah all these years. I've been following y'all. I'm just like my own little babies. So, Sophia, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Sophia Hughes. I go to Callaway School of the Arts High School in Wilmington, Delaware. I am 14 years old, and I'm in ninth grade.
You're in ninth grade. This is your first year of high school. So, unfortunately, this first year of high school is not usually how it is. I just want to tell you that, right? Because normally, you will go to a big high school with a whole bunch of kids, and, you have about 8 periods, and everybody's mingling and this and that and the other. But this is a different kind of time that we're in right now, right?
Yes, definitely.
Mhm. So for Cab Callaway School of the Arts, are y'all online or are y'all in the school?
We are online for the first 6 weeks, and then they want to put us in hybrid learning.
Oh, and explain do you understand what that means? Tell the listeners what that means.
I believe that hybrid learning is that some days they're going to have certain students in the buildings, and some days they're not. And we're also going to be doing and abiding by the social distancing guidelines.
Okay, okay. So some days you'll be able to go to school, and some days you'll do learning online. Okay, okay. So as far as your favorite subjects, because I read on here somewhere that you're an honor roll student. So what's your favorite subjects?
My favorite subjects would be English and science.
English and science. What is it about English and science that you love so much? Like, you just love messing around with numbers? Like, what is it about it that you love? What makes you love it?
The thing about English is that I like to write because I wrote my own songs, and I just like expressing myself in words. And science is because I like learning more about me and the world and our environment as we live in, and I know there's so much to learn about the past and even the future.
Wow, that's awesome and amazing. So, have they said anything about extracurricular activities and then what they're going to do? Like, if you want to, with all the social distancing, normally you would have the option to do cheerleading and all that kind of stuff, but I don't think that's an option right now. Am I right or wrong?
We're not going to start our sports such as cheerleading, volleyball, and other sports not until more like the end of the year if we are going into the building and the COVID cases in Delaware don't rise up. But right now, as of this moment, we aren't having.
Oh, okay. So in the Cab Holloway School of Arts, what is your specialty? Like, what do you folks? Like I know that your sister said dance is for her. So what is for you?
I am a double major, so I'm a theater and vocal major.
Oh, so you do a little bit of singing too, huh? But you like to sing. Okay, okay. So which one do you enjoy the most, the singing or the acting?
I enjoy them both, but I've just always been more drawn to singing.
Okay, okay. And we're going to get to hear, because I'm told by your mother that both you and your sister can sing. So I know that, so you have, there's a song that y'all have together, and then who is the one who has their own solo song?
Me. I'm getting my original.
You have your original, okay. So you have an original song, and then there's a song that the two of you sing together. So, do you wanna sing it now, or you wanna wait?
We can sing it now.
Okay, okay. So tell your mom that you're gonna sing your solo, and then we're gonna bounce back over to your sister and let her talk some more, and then we'll have y'all both sing that song that you have together.
Okay.
You just let me know when you're ready. So, and then we're actually playing this not just on Facebook Live, because we're actually on Facebook Live on Melanie Hughes, Hughes, Melanie Hughes, that is their mother. And we're actually on there. We're on their Facebook Live, but then we're also broadcasting it on Blog Talk Radio. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'm tongue-tied today. Y'all understand how it is. So let me know whenever you're ready, or do you want me to take a quick break while y'all get prepared and then come back?
No, we're ready.
Are you ready now? Okay. All right. So what is the name of this song? To introduce yourself. Are you going to have a, like, you're ever going to use a stage name as an artist, or you're going to use your own name?
We use our own names.
Okay. So this song is only yours, Sophia. We're going to come back and do the one with you and Sarah. So Sophia is about to sing her solo. It's her solo debut. We're doing it right here on the Move Unscripted. All right. So I'm ready whenever you are, Sophia.
Okay. and I just need to see. What would I be in me? And make me feel at peace. There is no more worry, and I don't feel no pain. I'm tired to be free, and I can spread my wings. I wish it was a fantasy, what doesn't really mean. I wanna fly away, but someone give me no way. Fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. I wanna fly so high to the sky. Give me some wings. I want my wings. Give me some wings.
Wow. What? Are you serious? So you wrote that song?
Yes.
You wrote that song? What's the name of the song again? What's the name of it?
The song is called Give Me Wings.
Give Me Wings?
Yes.
That was beautiful. Oh my gosh. And you wasn't even afraid. You didn't miss a beat. You just boom, went out with it. Oh yeah. I wish I knew how to do the clap in this radio thing. I don't. So I'll just have to clap with my hands. Yay! That was absolutely beautiful. Take a bow, ma'am. Take a bow. So I'm so excited that you are following and following your dreams and doing things that you really want to do. And your mother always tells me that movie, This Can't Be Love, the movie that you were in, that was the beginning of basically both of you wanting to do entertainment, wanting to do music and dance and theater. Is that true?
Yes.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So let me go back to Sarah real quick, because I don't want Sarah to feel left out. So Sarah, is that true for you too? Was being an actress in that movie at a small age, is that what made you want to become an actress?
Yeah, I think that's what kind of pushed me. I mean, like, I was cool, but I remember parts of it, which like, it was so fun. Everybody was so amazing, and it was like I remember the quiet on the set when we were about to film, and I was like.
That was my thing. That's probably, you know what, everybody used to laugh at me because I would be trying to run around and get everybody together, and then they would still be talking, and I'm like, quiet on set. Everybody remembers that part. It's funny to me that you were 2 and your sister was 4, and y'all remember me yelling quiet on set.
Yeah.
I'm like, quiet on set, but it was fun, and y'all were awesome and amazing. And it's like it was people think that things happen by accident, so people might say, oh, you met Sarah and Sophia's mother on accident, at the church, and it just happens to be like that way. But I don't believe that. I believe that it was always destined for you two to be in the movie, for me to meet your mother, to bring you to that set, to allow you to be a part of this film, because that was the track that the two of you were going to end up going on. So I just feel like it was all in divine order, and I just love it. So I know that the two of you have a song together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break. This will give you a chance to get you some juice, or are you on live now? Because I can't see it right now. Are y'all doing live right now?
And
Yes.
Here's Feeling Live.
Okay, so make sure when y'all save it to make it the little world thing, the little circle, so that everyone can see it. I can't see it yet, but when we get finished with the show, I will definitely be sharing it everywhere on my page or whatever, because I'm just so proud of y'all. Your mother and your father did such an awesome job with you ladies, and I'm just so proud of y'all. But we're gonna take I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'm going to play a little bit of music. I'll probably play like about 2 songs, because everybody gets to fussing at me if I play more than 2 songs. So I'm going to play 2 songs, and then I will be right back, okay?
Okay.
All right, be right back. Don't go nowhere. One Move Unscripted, y'all. Can you feel that music? Can you feel that beat? Can you feel it? Can you feel the music? Can you feel the beat? Yeah. Let the music cruise through your body till it reaches your feet. Yeah. When I was a young girl, my mother told me, she said you gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. She said, when one door closes, another door opens. You gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. She told me, she said, there's nothing too hard for you. If you believe, you gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. Can you feel that music, that hanky beat? Let the music cruise through your body till it reaches your feet. Yeah. When one door closes, another door opens. You gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. Listen, y'all. They used to tell me, they said, Patricia, you won't succeed. They said that music thing, you won't succeed. But I didn't listen. You know why? There's nothing too hard for you. If you believe, you gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. Oh, and don't let no one stop your dreams, baby. Just keep on walking, keep on believing, and have faith. Hey, woo! Can you feel my music, that hanky beat? Let my music cruise through your body till it reaches your feet. God, come in with a message that's just for you.
believe. You gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. I'm so in love with you, girl. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Thinking of you is all I do. All I need in life is you. You by my side, I can't deny. It makes me stronger for the next day. Don't go away, I'm begging, say. 'Cause if you leave, God knows you're taking the best of me. Oh, so love, baby, I'm in love with you. Baby, I'm in love with you. There are no words that I can decree to tell you how I feel for you. Oh, maybe the things you say or you do that got me crazy over you. With you by my side, holding me tight, oh, everything just feels alright. But if you leave, ooh, you take a part of me with you. Baby, I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. So baby, I'm in love with you. So baby, I'm in take this heart, take this soul. This pain is driving me, don't you know? I'll be the rain, I'll take your pain and wash it all away. Wash it, baby, wash it, wash it. Love me, baby. Love me, baby. Night and day, day and night, always treating me right. Baby, yeah. Loving you, baby, yeah. So in love, so in love, so
If you are just now tuning in, you have tuned into an episode of On the Move Unscripted. This is actually a special show because I'm doing a series every Friday for the next few weeks of different actresses and actors and crew members and people who were involved in the project This Can't Be Love. It was really a family project, even though when we first came together, none of us knew each other, but over the course of 10 years, we basically, for those of us who have continued to keep in touch, we have definitely become a family. And so I had the pleasure of interviewing two young ladies who, at the time of the filming, they were 2 and 4, and now they're 11 and 14. So I actually have Sophia and Sarah Hughes on the phone. So I believe that we were talking with Sarah before we went to break. So I found out when reading your bio that you won an award, Dancer of the Year award. Is that right?
Yes. So in Juneteenth, I won the first place dance award, and at school, we had dance ensemble, and it was like a dance group after class, and we also had dance in school, so like a dance as a class that you could take, and so I won Dancer of the Year award.
That is awesome, awesome. And then, Sophia, you won Delaware Teen Idol. Is that right?
Yes, I was the third place winner of Delaware Teen Idol 2019.
Wow. So what did you do for the Delaware Teen Idol? Did you sing or act, or what did you do?
I did sing, and I sung my original.
And you did your original. Okay. And the two of you actually have a song together, right?
Yes.
So did both of you write the song together, or did you write the song, Sophia, and then Sarah sung it with you? Like, how did that go?
We didn't write the song. This song is by Trevor Jones, and it's called He Wants It All.
Oh, okay. So are y'all ready to sing it?
Yes.
All right, so they are about to do a song together. So whenever you're ready, let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Such like a proud mama. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome for me. Y'all, to the listeners, you just don't know how exciting it is to know that you played a part in. Let me be quiet. They're about to sing. I'm ready whenever you are. I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
Searching for a heart that is desperate, longing for a child that will give him that, give it all, and he wants to know. And there's a God that walks over the earth, searching for a heart that is desperate, and longing for a child that will give him their all, give it all, he wants to know. He said, love me with your heart. Just say, turn me with your light now. Louder, let go of your idol. And there's a God who walks over the earth, searching for a heart that is desperate, and longing for a child that will give him their all, give it all, he wants it all. He said, love me with your heart. What did I say? Serve me with your light now. What did I say about that? Let go of your idol.
hallelujah. Lord, the child that will give their all to the Lord. She wants it all.
That was beautiful. Yay! Oh. What I was about to say before these two beautiful young ladies started singing was, it makes me feel so proud to know that because of coming into contact with me, they ended up deciding that they really love the entertainment, the arts, and they each have pursued, or in the process of pursuing their dreams. One is a dancer and one is a singer, and they're both actresses. So that's just awesome and amazing. So, Sophia, you want to go to the Berklee College of Music? How did you decide that that's where you wanted to go?
Because I know I do want to definitely pursue the music industry. I feel that because Berklee College of Music is one of the number one colleges for music, I do really want to go there so that I can pursue my professional life in music and in the singing industry.
Okay. Who are your favorite singers or performers right now?
Right now, I don't have favorites, but I do love Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Patti LaBelle. I love her. And maybe if I want to listen to some male singers, just maybe to just relax, I might listen to some Michael Jackson, or also might listen to Janet Jackson or Aretha Franklin. Those legendary artists.
Okay. And so now I'm curious. Speaking to Sarah now. Sarah, do you have any favorite dancers that are in the industry right now that you like to watch dance, or that you kind of see as a role model in dance?
My favorite dancer is Missy Copeland. It's like her story. I was in dance class, and we did this project, and Missy Copeland was up there, and she explained she explained her story and all that stuff. And ever since that video, it's like I've looked up to her. I've practiced more. I've exercised more. I try to get stronger and dance more. Like, my favorite dance is ballet, and I think that is because of her.
Wow. What was it about her story that inspired you so much?
Because even though she couldn't afford dance classes or she didn't have a place at her house, it was like she strived to get better and she worked harder than anybody else, and she still succeeded.
Wow. Okay. All right. So I know that over the course of the last few months, you've been hearing a lot about what's going on in the world, and with the coronavirus and the different things that's been happening as far as the different injustices and things of that nature. So how do you feel about the whole quarantine thing and not being able to see your friends and stuff like that? How do you feel like it has affected you? I'm going to ask you first, Sarah, what your thoughts are, and then I'm going to ask you, Sophia. So, Sarah, how do you feel about everything that's going on in the world right now, and are there any people in history that you ever was really curious about that lived, say in the 60s or 50s or even way back Civil War area? What are your thoughts about history? What are your thoughts about what's going on right now?
Quarantine is not the best. I mean, it kind of makes you claustrophobic to be stuck in the house all the time. But I go running, and we go to the park and to the track, so it's not that bad. But coronavirus, it's like some people don't wear masks, some people don't even use hand sanitizer or wear gloves, and that's why it keeps spreading. And maybe if we just put on masks and wear hand sanitizer, and wear gloves, maybe it would stop spreading as much, and it would give them more time to figure out how to get a vaccine for this, and it would be over. Like, it wouldn't be completely over. It would still be there, but people wouldn't be would not be getting sick as much, and would not be dying from it, because our population is it's getting low. And it's not a good thing, because families are losing their children and wives and husbands and cousins and mothers and aunts and fathers.
Wow. Yeah, that's so intelligent. I mean, that was such an intelligent response to that question. Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to turn to your sister now, and I'm going to ask her a different question. So I know that you grew up with history and learning about different people like Harriet Tubman and all that kind of stuff. Which characters did you ever enjoy writing a report about the most or learning about the most? Which, not characters, but people. Or did you have any? If you didn't, that's fine. What did you say?
We liked Harriet Tubman.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Harriet Tubman. They actually did a movie on her recently, and I guess I liked Harriet too. She was someone that I really looked up to, because I just felt like she had to be so brave to escape slavery and then still come back and get a people or whatever. So, how do you feel about not being able to be around your friends and stuff like that?
What I feel about the whole quarantine thing, it sucks, but I can bear it definitely, because I know that a lot of nurses and doctors they have to quarantine from the whole entire family, because they're the most exposable and most high risk for getting the coronavirus. And also just knowing that I can see my friends, and there's not a possibility that just knowing that I can see them again is better than just my friends dying because we couldn't do social distancing guidelines. And about the other stuff, such as the Black Lives Matter movement, I feel like definitely in our country we could do better when it comes to the Black community. And I feel like we do have to fight for our own rights, even though we do have a constitution and everything. We do definitely have to fight for our own rights to live live in this country safely and peacefully, without going outside in the dark, wondering if someone's going to shoot us or if we're going to get kidnapped. And just there's so much stuff going on in this country that isn't covered by the news, such as sex trafficking, that's not going around, and especially just the concentration camps in China, where they're kidnapping Muslims and they're executing them for practicing their own religion. That's not shown online or social media as much, and that really should be highlighted. And there's so much stuff going on in the world, and especially in our country. We kind of take it to husband, right? I'll say that. I feel like we definitely could improve just our whole entire government. It says for the people, by the people, but we don't have as much input on our laws and what should be going on in our country as we should. So I feel like we definitely could improve, because we're not as bad as other places, because there's North Korea, they have authoritarian country, which when they enforce laws and they want you to be quiet, you can't disrespect any laws, and you have to follow all the higher ups, and you can't really do anything. It is not really a free country. So I feel like we definitely could improve in some stuff, but not everybody can be perfect, and no one is perfect. So.
Wow. Talk about intelligence. I feel so proud of y'all. I am so proud of you two. You two young ladies are just making my night. because you're so smart, you're so creative, you're so talented, and you speak your mind in such an elegant way. I love it. Your mother and your father just did an awesome job with you young ladies. You really, 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 really did. So we're going to take another quick break. This is only going to be a one-song break, y'all, and then we're going to come right back and get ready to close out the show. I definitely want both Sarah and Sophia to be able to say shout-outs to whoever they want to say shout-outs to, and just, give some words of encouragement that their age might need to hear. So we're going to take a quick one-song break, and we'll be right back on the Move Unscripted.
Okay.
Through the years there were times I felt like I was losing my mind. Never thought I'd get to this place where I'd find the peace inside. In the darkness I found my light. I found peace in the tears I've cried. Now I've got a million reasons for life. We can rise if we don't fall, nah. If you're low, now lift your head higher. What's yours, no one can take away. Thank God in every way. Now I see better days. Better days, only better days, better days. We can rise if we don't fall, nah. All the pain, it made me grow stronger. I see better days, only better days. I remember the times I felt like there was no hope inside. But even when it hurt, I found my worth in the faith to strive. In the darkness, I found my light. I found peace in the tears I've cried. Now I've got a million reasons for life. We can rise if we don't fall, nah. If you're low, now lift your head higher. What's yours, no one can take away. Thank God in every way. Now I see better days. Only better days. We can rise if we don't fall, nah. All the pain, it made me grow stronger. I see better days. Only better days. Better days. If you're alone, feel broken, with so many words left unspoken, let it be heard, let your heart open. Now is the time. If you're alone, feel broken, with so many words left unspoken, let it be heard, let your heart open. Now is the time. We can rise if we don't fall, nah. If you're low, now lift your head higher. What's yours, no one can take away. Thank God in every way. Now I see better days, only better days. We can rise if we don't fall, nah. All the pain, it made me grow stronger. I see better days.
You have tuned into a special edition of On the Move Unscripted. We're actually having a film series, kind of like behind the scenes type thing, where we're interviewing the different actresses and actors that played in the movie This Can't Be Love. And right now we're interviewing Sophia and Sarah Hughes. So Sophia and Sarah played the two little girls that was the little girl Karen, the little Karen sisters. So you'll see them, in the beginning portion of the movie, the two little girls that played that scene. I believe as soon as they played, it was Christmas time, so they were like sitting in front of the Christmas tree. If you've already seen the movie, then you'll know who I'm talking about. So we're actually interviewing them. They're no longer 2 and 4. They are now 11, almost 12, and 14. So I thought that the two of you answered that question, like the questions that I asked right before the song break, just so elegantly. So I want to start. I'll start with you first, Sarah, and then I'll go to you, Sophia. So, Sarah, if there's any shout-outs that you want to do, and also, what words of encouragement would you like to give to the students who are now, like you, having to do work online?
Get through it. You can get through it. Just get that homework done. Pay attention in class. Like, you have to pay attention. Like, I was in class, and my mom was like, Sarah, you have to. So I started taking notes, and I started getting my homework done. I just, like, think about it as if you finish your homework, if you do your homework first, and you do it, like, you check your answers and you do it right, and then you finish through your homework, then you can watch TV, go outside and play. You can take a bath, a nap if you want. Like, if you finish your academics, then you can do what you want to do for fun.
That, I love it. And do you have anybody you want to say hi to?
Hi, Dad.
Okay.
Because Anita, I just want to say thank you. We wouldn't be able to have done this without you. And to all my cousins, aunts, and uncles out there, hey, what's up?
Okay. All right. So, Sophia, same question for you. Any shout-outs that you want to give? And also, what are some words of wisdom that you want to give to other children who have dreams and things that they want to do, like singing or theater or whatever? What would you say to someone who would love to be like you and do what you do? What advice would you give them about following their dreams?
Well, first I want to give a shout out to my mother because she'd be behind everything, running around, running in circles, hurting her neck, trying to get us sleep. She did this beautiful backdrop herself and these chairs. So she's very
I can't wait to see
it.
it.
Shout out to my dog. I love you, Eagles. Okay. And shout out to Catarina, our beautiful and wonderful talented vocal coach. Shout out to all my cousins, aunties, uncles. And shout out to first Miss Patricia. Thank you, because we honestly wouldn't be you. The words of encouragement would definitely be keep going, don't stop, even if you get so many no's, just keep going because you will eventually get a yes. Don't be discouraged. Don't stop for anyone. Like, sometimes, even though it might be selfish at times,
So their call dropped, unfortunately, while they were in the middle of talking. I guess because, I don't know, they must have a time when their phone dropped. So she was in the middle of giving y'all some awesome words of encouragement. I'm just so happy that I had the opportunity to speak to these two young ladies. It just makes me feel so good. And definitely, you can already tell they are going to be role models in the community. You know, I'm sure they're already role models within their own peer groups. But even just for us as adults, just listening to the happiness and the love and the dedication and the perseverance and the commitment to what they, love to do. They're committed to their schoolwork and they're committed to the creative arts. Sarah's committed to her dance and Sophia's committed to her music. And I just think that's absolutely amazing. And I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to not just be a part of their lives, even if it's just a small way. We have to do what we can for the younger generations, you know what I'm saying, because they're the next ones up. So we have to encourage them as much as we can to follow their dreams and do the things that makes them happy. So I just want to once again thank the young ladies, even though the phone call dropped, so they weren't able to finish their last sentence. You know how that happens with these phone calls and stuff. But I'm just so happy I had the opportunity to interview them, and I can't wait to go back and actually watch the Facebook Live. Because I'm on the phone, I wasn't able to look at it, so I'm going to go back and look at it, and I'll be sharing it in the Atlanta Music Industry group and in some of the actor groups that I'm a part of on Facebook or whatever. But definitely, if you have not seen the movie This Can't Be Love right now, you can go to YouTube and you can put in This Can't Be Love, Patricia Goins, and you'll be able to watch the entire film, and you'll see little Sarah and little Sophia, you know, and just imagine how these young ladies have just grown up and they're doing their thing, and they're pursuing their dreams, and they're giving, you know, words of wisdom that even we can follow. Just keep going, don't quit, you know. No matter how many times people tell you no, keep going, you know. So anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by and for tuning in. For those of you who come back later, for all the people that we have that are in other countries, and I know India is a big country that listens in to us as well. So thank you, all of our followers in India and Canada and Sweden and just all the different, you know, Lagos and Ghana and, you know, just everywhere. Sweden, I mean, the list goes on. Hong Kong, I've just seen so many different places that are tuning in around the world, and I just want you to know that we appreciate you. I appreciate you. On the Move, Unscripted, we appreciate you. Have an awesome, awesome weekend, and make sure you tune back in to Scheme Beast Radio tomorrow, 8 o'clock p.m., and then on Monday, me and Brian Love will be back, and we'll be right back on rolling. But I'm so very excited. And actually, so next Friday, we're going to continue the series, and next Friday we will actually have Patrice Beal. That's September 18th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And she played the adult Karen. She played the lead character. And the fact that she was able to hang in there for all those years, because she was very important. She had the lead role. At any point in them 7 years, she could have quit, and she never did. So definitely tune back in next Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on blogtalkradio.com/Patricia Goins and listen in live. But until next time, peace and love. Everybody stay safe. And we will talk to you later on the Move Unscripted, y'all.